So a couple of people have asked about heating and energy and stuff. So rather than take a picture, this is the easiest way to do it. We've got lots of stuff here that we've tried out, not because we think it's necessarily what you should do, just because it seemed like a good idea at the time. So I'm going to start at the top. We've got a pellet boiler, which heats this 250 litre tank, a buffer tank, which then goes off to either of the cottages. We're not using it at the moment because the cost of pellets went up by, I don't know, 100%, like doubled in price. So we kind of keep it for standby. And now what we've got is this, which is a log gasification boiler. Got it off Facebook Marketplace. It's a 25 kilowatt, and basically you put a large amount of logs in here. It's quite a big chamber which goes sort of down to the bottom of the red thing, and then as you can hear, it's got a fan, and then with any luck you should be able to see it burns downwards, and you should be able to see, yeah, jet of flame coming out the bottom. That'll heat the water jacket, and then we burn this every, I don't know, 2 or 3 days, and it heats this big 1500 litre tank, and then from there it goes off to either of the cottages, and that's the water that does our hot water from the taps and our heating, which is underfloor in one house and radiators in the other. So it's a pressurized system. It's got a giant tank, but a lot of these can be vented, which is safer. So we have this big water tank, and it's heated by the log boiler. There's an immersion in there, which helps. And then the tank in the house has also got an immersion into it, and the immersion is driven by our solar system. And if you look over here at the moment, see the little blue light on there? That means that there is surplus power going into that immersion. And when that tank gets hot, then it'll switch over and it'll start heating the tank of water in the other cottage. Our wood supply, we've got a log store that connects into the living room, which is our kind of day-to-day wood if we want a fire in the house. And then we've got our IBC containers, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, there's about 6 of those here. And if we come around the back, I'll show you the solar that's heating up the hot water tanks. That's where the horses live. That's Mel. So out here we've got that gate. We've got about 4 kilowatt of solar there, and 400 watt panels. There's a bit more on that roof there, and then there's a slot which is another 3.5 kilowatt, lots of little old panels, and then with wind turbine as well. So that charges the batteries and runs the houses, and anything spare goes into that immersion heater. And we've also got this big conservatory on the south side of the house, and that is heating this side of the building. That's a very noisy small dog. We have a wood burner in here that heats this room, and we've also got our range cooker. That heats the water, and we can cook on it as well. And then in summer we've an induction hob, and we've also a bottle gas hob as well. And then we've got this burner which comes from the biogas unit, which is outside, which I haven't explained. That's basically our heating system.